Hello, you wonderful people, where we are turning passion into success, one episode at a time. I'm Tanya Tate, and this is my podcast, Tanya Tate Presents Skinfluencer Success. Find the joy in life, and success will follow.
This is Tanya Tate, Skinfluencer Success.
So today we are celebrating my birthday and the exciting launch of season number 3 of our podcast. So join us for a special episode filled with, see how it happens when it goes wrong when I do this. When it's audio, you just go. Join us for a special episode filled with inspiration, celebration, and insights into the journey ahead. In this episode, we have Jonathan as our super fan sponsor. A heartfelt shout out of appreciation to Jonathan for making this podcast possible. And if you'd like to support this podcast and become a sponsor, you can do so through my Patreon channel at patreon.com/Tanya Tate. If you also are a company sponsor, you can email alexander@monsterpr.com for sponsorship opportunities. The Skinfluencer Success podcast is a platform dedicated to guiding individuals towards success in the realm of content creation and personal branding. It offers valuable insights, practical tips, and strategies for both aspiring and established influencers to grow their online presence, engage their audience authentically, and monetize their influence effectively. The podcast covers a wide range of topics, including content creation, social media strategies, audience engagement, brand collaborations, and navigating the ever-evolving landscape of digital marketing. Through interviews with successful influencers, industry experts, and thought leaders, the Skinfluencer Success podcast aims to inspire, educate, and empower others to achieve their goals and thrive in the competitive world of influencer marketing. I just wanted to let you know a little bit about what my podcast is about. But we are kicking off the Skinfluencer Success podcast, and it's my birthday podcast. Yes, it is. In this episode, we're going to be launching season 3. We're going to be catching up on everything that's been happening in my world. So what have I been up to lately? What exciting updates did you miss? Let's dive in and get you up to speed. So what have I been up to? Okay. One of my most memorable experiences of late is my Disney World trip. Oh, who loves Disney? Has anyone ever been to Disney? Who loves Disney? Okay, so Disney World is the most magical place on earth. And this is the 3rd time that I've been to Disney World. So I went to Disney World kind of quite a few years ago, maybe in about 2015, 2016. Then when Ozzy was born, waited for a little bit, because taking a baby to Disney World, they don't really get the full experience, So when Ozzy was 4, we took him to Disney World and he absolutely loved it. So I said, well, when you're 6, we'll take you back. So, of course, Ozzy's just turned 6. That's my little boy. And we took him back to Disney World. And I kid you not, he said to me, well, Mummy, we went there to Disney World when we were 4 and also when I was 6. So does that mean when I'm 8, we're going back to Disney World? I was like, oh my God. There was definitely a no answer from that one. I don't know where we're going to be going when you're 8. Anyway, it was absolutely amazing. We spent, I think it was 5-6 nights at the Caribbean beach, and it was lovely. It was like a lot of different little lakes with these lovely little apartment buildings, if you like. They're all hotel rooms, so they look like little apartments, and it was great. Disney World is fantastic if you stay on one of the resorts because everything's there. The service is Disney. And, they have very, very high standards. And you could get, depending on which resort you were going to, in which theme park for the day. You either got the bus or you get the overhead skyline. The skyline's fabulous. That's like my favorite part to travel when we're there. I was like, just go, jump on, little skyline, and it goes across, and you get to see all the views. I think we went to, oh my goodness, the Hollywood Studios in Disney World, the Disney Hollywood Studios. And I can't remember. Oh, Epcot. I think Epcot. Yeah, they were both the theme parks that we got the skyline to. And we went on so many rides. And I have to say, some of the rides would stop while we're on, and the skyline stopped while we're on. And have you ever had that experience where you're on a ride and suddenly it stops and you're like, okay, it'll start in a minute. Okay, it's going to start in a minute. Oh, it's going to start in a minute. And of course, eventually it did start. Imagine being stuck on a roller coaster or something. Anyway, it was an amazing experience. So that was a fabulous, amazing week that I had. So many memories, that's what life's about, isn't it? Making memories and getting to do things that really bring you joy, and just seeing the look of joy on Ozzy's face. It's just fabulous. It makes my heart big. In terms of work, what have I been up to? There's been some award shows going on. So we had AVN and we had XBIZ events going on. I have to say the Skinfluencer Success podcast was nominated at the AVN Awards for, I believe it was favorite podcast. So thank you those that nominated it, voted for it. I appreciate you all. So what an achievement. 2024 and 2023, this podcast, the Skinfluencer Success podcast, was nominated. How fabulous. I think it's also been nominated at XBIZ. I should have got my notes out for that already, shouldn't I? That's one thing I wasn't prepared with. So XBIZ Awards took place in Hollywood, and that was fabulous. I wore a lovely bright blue dress for that from Opali. It's the first time I've ever bought from Opali, and I thought I'll give it a go. Oh my God, the dress was gorgeous. I had my friend Generation do my makeup, and it looked fabulous. So thank you to my fan, Alex. I'm going to give you a shout out because you're amazing. He treated me to the dress and to the makeup. How fabulous. Thank you, Alex. Just felt glamorous, felt gorgeous. And that was lovely because I actually got to interact with a lot of other content creators. So when it comes to events, sometimes as content creators, we're so busy in life, and we don't want to get out and go to the events. But I always say, if it's an event where you could be photographed by the media, where you could be meeting other people, networking, talking about opportunities, for me, it was some opportunities to meet some of the girls and guys that I shot content with, and to basically get myself some new content shoots. It's kind of nice when you meet people in a more relaxed environment where you can be like, hey, you can connect, and you can be like, okay, we really need to shoot together. So that was nice, picking up some collabs and just seeing the girls and having a couple of drinks. There was also the AVN Awards that took place in January in Las Vegas, and that was amazing. I got to fly out there, stay in the where were we? Oh, I forgot where we were. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna have someone to be shouting to me now, this is where you stayed, this is where you stayed. Was it a Hilton? I think it was Resorts by Hilton. Okay, so we went to Las Vegas and we stayed at Resorts by Hilton, and Resorts World it was. It was great, big massive hotel. So many different parts to it, lots of bars and restaurants, and of course they have the casinos, tons of rooms, and they also had the convention area where the actual AVN show took place. So that was great. So I was signing at the Sex Panther booth. However, Sex Panther have now got a sister site called Minx, M-I-N-X. So this is basically, I'd call it like la creme de la creme, if you want to put it that way. So it's where if you're looking for everybody, you can go on Sex Panther. But if you're looking for a certain type, i.e. someone that has made mainstream movies, that has got a generous following on social media, probably got at least 100,000 followers on Instagram or Twitter, then you can go to Minx, because it's invite only. So it's great. So now I'm on 2 platforms, but it's all built at the same back end. So for the fans, they can, you want to find a porn star, I'm on there with some of my hot friends as well. So that was great. I got to sign at the booth, and it was the first time that I did a signing at a convention for, oh my goodness, probably 2017. I think that was the last time. It's 2024. Wow. So many years. And it was great that I got to be there. I got to meet you, the fans, connect with people, come and get your picture taken with me, come and say hi, get an autograph. And I did take some of my field Tanya strokers with me as well. So some of those lucky lads got to basically take me away in a box. Yeah, my field Tanya stroker, it's available from Kiro. And fieldtanya.com is just basically the quickest way you can get there. So that was great. So I got to kind of, meet a lot more people. And also while I was there, there was the AVN Awards. And for the AVN Awards, they have the red carpet. So, it's invite only to the red carpet. And you could, there's a picture side where it's stills photography, and there's also a part where it's media video. And for the second year, I was invited by Adult Empire to go and be their red carpet host correspondent. So that was amazing. Just got the mic, get to interview all of the stars that came down, hey, what nominations are you up for? What are you looking forward to tonight? And don't you look amazing? So that was nice, me being able to just interview everyone and give my little bit of fun going on there. So that was fun, actually. We got all set up for the video, and we were like, oh no, what about the stills photography? One of the other girls was doing the red carpet interviews as well for a different company. Lindsay Banks, aka Banksy, and I have my friend Chantal Tibbles, Dr. Chantal, and I was staying with her in the room. We were sharing a room. And she's really super nice, super helpful, super knowledgeable. And I'm like, Chantal, we need to go and get our pictures taken. She's like, okay, let's go. So we had to go around to the other side, and the security, they're stopping you. What you doing? I'm like, we need our pictures taken. We're the media hosts. Okay. So they're bumping us through. And when we get to the front of the line, okay, you need your ID and your badges that says who you are. Okay. So Chantal had to run back and come back. Okay, Chantal, that's the wrong bag. Go back, come back. Okay. We've got high heels on. We've got shown our badges. Okay, over there. Me and Lindsay were running in our high heels because people had already started coming to do the stills photography, and we had to get back to the media, the video. So as they completed the stills and then they started lining up for the media, we were there. So that was funny. So I did the whole of the red carpet, the stills on. I was like out of breath because we'd been running and like rushing and like quick. So that was funny. So by the time we got round, actually, we caught the front of the line, and probably the front of the line, like one of the first few, I can count them on one hand, was Angela White, and she looked fabulous.
Oh my God, Angela White, hello.
Hello, it's so good to see you. You look stunning.
You look so stunning. Oh my God, your eyes.
Yours too. When you blink and the diamantes are gorgeous.
I just had to do that.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is just amazing to be able to get to meet and speak to a lot of people. So I'm good friends with Angela. Angela, she has also hired my company Star Factory PR for publicity. So now if she needs kind of like a one-off press release, she'll come to us. So it's great. It was just lovely to see everyone, see the gowns, see how fabulous everyone looked, and it was really nice. And I think Adult Empire were really happy with me. The people that were there, we had the video camera guy, and that was Adam, and we had Britt, and she was kind of overseeing everything to do with the interviews, and they were both really pleased, and I had an absolutely fabulous time. But yeah, so that was my story. And, I do love Las Vegas, and I got to go back to Las Vegas again because I've been setting up a lot more collabs. So I took a trip to Las Vegas and I collabed with one of my fellow MILF friends, Miss Fox. Okay, the very beautiful Alexis Fox. So I got to go and hang out with her. She was so nice. She put me up in her house. We set up, some shoots. So we got to do a live show, me and Alexis Fox, and we brought in a cock because we thought that's, we were trying, should we do a solo, girl, or boy, girl? So we tried the boy, girl. I give it a go. And we have POV masters. So that was great. So that was a great shoot. I think when it comes to doing collabs, for me, I always have to look at like, who's the other person? Will they sell for me? Have they sold for me in the past? Do we have a similar fan base? If our fan base is not the same, will we have a crossover of fans? Do our fans want to see me with this person? And it's same, when it comes to the guy. I think for the guy, when I'm choosing collabs, it's a little bit different. Like for me, I know if I'm with another MILF and she's hot, it's gonna sell. If I'm with someone that looks more like young 20s, I really have to put something else into it to make it sell. And that's usually a really good role play. Trying to get like when the fans are going or when the fans are going to watch it to get them hooked. If it was just like another, hey, it's just another scene. Well, the other girl doesn't look like me. She doesn't tick the MILF. She's maybe not as busty or whatever. So I always try and make something that I've got a hook. When it comes to the guys, number one, I have to find them attractive. Number two, I have to have chemistry. So I always try and meet the guys first. Like, some of these guys, I've corresponded with them. I've met them. I've said hi to them at the events at Las Vegas, at XBIZ, at AVN. I've got to see them first. And then I'm like, oh, okay, now we're talking. Now we've got some hot stuff. That's how I prefer to kind of choose my guys. And also recommendations. High recommendations from other fellow performers, like, did you shoot with them? Was it a good experience? Did you have fun? Were they professional? Were they respectful? Did they overstep any boundaries? Would you shoot with them again? So when you are choosing talent, it's not just like, hey, here's a whole list of guys, let's hook up with them all, because there's a lot of things that you've got to consider. I also shot while I was with Alexis with a guy, Brock Cooper, and he was great. He was a great performer. He was a nice guy. He was handsome. He was good at his job. And we did a little role play where he was, can't even remember, was he the plumber? Oh, he was the plumber, and we were two, the MILFs. You get the plumber in, and you know how that one goes. So that's going to be great as well. And then I also did something that was new. And there's a guy called Stretch Master. His name's Coben, and he's known a lot for YouTube videos. So he hit me up on Instagram and he's like, hey, I'd like to shoot you. And it's so funny, his videos are all the same, but his content is unique and creative. So he has one where he's like, the guy where he's like, Kobe's going to clone you. So there's a girl and she's sunbathing, and she's basically says, hey, Kobe, I bet you can't clone me. So he it's like a little story, and he comes and he figures out how he's going to do it, and he tells you, and he gets the DNA. So that's kind of like one of his little kind of skits that he does. The other one is the Stretch Master, where it's exactly the same move. It's exactly the same formula. And for him, it's tried and tested, and he knows that it works. So if you were to go and look at him on Instagram, he's got his license number. He does a lot of stretching. And then, of course, what you don't see on Instagram is he does the same stretching without the attire. And then, of course, it goes on to a full-on collaboration. If someone is working with a guy in a more, X-rated version, that's the way that the scene goes down. So that was a lot of fun. So I said, okay, I'm gonna do this. It looked great. And actually, Alexis Fox, when I spoke to her, when we were talking about setting up the trip, she said, oh, I'm gonna go and shoot with Stretch Master next week. I said, let me know how it goes. So when I asked her, shit, it went great. She was really pleased, and she's talking about going back. So I'm like, okay, I'm in safe hands. So that went great, and that just got released, and that definitely getting well received. So that was an example of doing something that was different to what I normally do, a little bit more out of the box. It's not your usual. But it was a younger guy, stretching, yoga pants. So that was great. So I'm excited for doing that. So sometimes people, they have tried and tested methods, and with the tried and tested methods, they get to know what works for them. So that's a little tip. Know what works for you, as opposed to just like shooting off everything and anything that you can do. But I also have a big announcement. I did a brand new scene with a male performer for, wait for it, a mainstream company. So this was the first of its kind for me in over 10 years. And I did it for Milfy. So Milfy is like a brand new, it kind of feels brand new to me. It's a brand new site. There's still, it's up and coming, but it's under the Vixen Media Group. And the Vixen Media, their work is amazing. They have so many different sites. And Milfy is Caden Cross's like baby. And I love it. It's fabulous. It's beautiful older women with very nice, attractive, well-endowed men. That's really the basis of it. So I was booked with Cody Steele. So he was really nice. I met him on the red carpet with Vanna Bardo. And he is a really nice guy. And so we got to shoot for Milfy together. And, people were like asking me, do this, do that, do this, do that. Now, people ask you to do everything that they don't see you do because they just want to see you do it. Number one, they're asking you usually on a free social media. Number two, they're not necessarily a fan. Number three, they're not necessarily going to spend and help support you financially to do it. And number four, when you've done it, they'll be like, okay, now you've done that. Now we want you to do this. And this is the way that it goes with the fans. I've been in this industry since 2008. I know the patterns. So I'm like, okay, the things that I'm going to do are the things that I want to do, not because I feel pressure. And there is pressure in this industry. There's pressure from the fans and there's pressure from agents. I don't have an agent. I'm not shooting mainstream movies. I'm shooting mostly collaborations for my premium social media. But there is a lot of pressure. So if you are listening to this and you're like, yeah, I feel the pressure. Here's the thing, I'm going to give you some advice. Do what you feel works for you. Do what you feel is comfortable for you. Don't be afraid to say no. And if you do want to try something, which I do want to try something, do it because you want to try it, not because a fan, a partner, an agent, a production company are saying, we want you to do this. Maybe they're going to give you the opportunity. Maybe they're going to give you the suggestion. But it's down to you. Do you want to do it? Does it feel good in the heart? Does it feel good in the stomach? Does it make sense in your brain? And for me, the benefits of shooting for Milfy, number one, I love the site. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I love the branding that it stands for. And when I was shooting with the mainstream companies, I stopped shooting with guys for mainstream companies in 2013. Milfy didn't exist then. So this is like, this is one of the companies that I've never shot for. So that was one of my reasons. Some of the benefits as well, people think, oh, you're not making movies anymore. Well, I am making movies. I'm making movies. You listen and I make the movies. But it's all released on my premium social media. So, the likes of OnlyFans, ManyVids, Minx, Sex Panther. That's really the places that you can find my new movies, but not everyone knows it because they might not look at the premium social media. Maybe they only look at the mainstream production companies. And it was a great opportunity for me to gain some new fans. So that was great. But I gotta tell you, there was some synchronicities leading up to the release of this scene. So here's what happens. You shoot the scene. You're not allowed to tell anyone. It's you don't sign an NDA, but you're basically under curfew from talking about it, from telling anyone, until it's closer to the release date. And then you start finding out, hey, my scene is going to be released on Valentine's Day. So I was actually in Las Vegas back in January, like I mentioned, for AVN. And, I'm friends with someone that works one of the big guys in Vixen Media Group, Mike Mars, and I've been friends with him for many, many years. So I texted him, like, oh, Mike, I'm in Vegas, where you at? And he said, where he's at. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, well, it's not here, it's not this hotel, okay. And then Minx / Sex Panther, like they were all going for dinner, and it was going to be a Thursday night. They were all going for dinner on a Thursday night, and of course, because I was signing there, I got invited. So I'm like, okay. So we were signing till 8 o'clock, and he said, okay, dinner's at 9:30. I'm like, oh, okay, not too bad. A bit of time to go back to the room, get changed, come back out. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to get changed. So I'm like, are you getting changed? They're like, we're getting changed. Oh, okay, I gotta get changed. I would just rather have gone straight from the convention to dinner. That was what I wanted to do. But I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go back to the room. Okay, I'm gonna go and get changed. And then they were like, oh, dinner's being pushed back. Dinner is now 10 o'clock at night. And I'm like, oh my God, thinking I'm gonna be so hungry. I'm like, okay, get changed, eat dinner. Late. It was something I was thinking, oh, wouldn't it be nice if it was earlier? So I'm like, okay, let's just go with the flow. Let's just do this. And so we had to get an Uber. And so we were like, okay, so there we are in the Uber. And I'm like, oh, this is the place where my friend Mike Moss said he was. So I texted him. I'm like, hey, guess where I am right now? I'm just walking into this hotel, going for dinner. And so we went to the restaurant, and we went to sit down. We walked past the table, and I saw a good friend of mine, Sophie D, and I had a little hug and a little chat and a little say hi to Sophie. And then I'm like, okay, when I sat my seat, and then Mike Moss texts me, he's like, where are you? I'm like, okay, I'm in this restaurant. Just telling them. Next minute, Mike Moss is like, there. I'm like, hi. So it was great. I was like, oh, okay, so you're in the same restaurant. He's like, come over here and come into our table. So I went to their table, and I didn't realize it was the same table that Sophie D had been sitting on. I guess they were just kind of all still getting there. So it was great because I got introduced to, a lot of the other people that work in the Vixen Media Group, the owner, some of the other staff, the team, some of their contract stars. It was great. It was really nice. So they were like, social media team, okay, let's do a clip so we can kind of tease that you're going to be coming on the site. I'm like, okay, let's do it. So I had jeans on, probably quite flat shoes. I think they were quite flat. And then there was Maitland Ward and Brandy Love and dresses and heels. I'm like, okay, let's do this. So we did like a little thing where we went in the corridor, and they photographed us, and they were like, if you want to see Tanya Tate on milfy.com. And then I kind of just appear, and I'm like, hey. So it was kind of nice. It was a nice little tease.
If you want to see Tanya Tate on milfy.com, comment below.
And so I got them like, is she coming? Is she coming? Because would have been totally very unexpected. And it was great. So they put that out, Milfy put that out just, a few days before I was coming on the milfy.com. And it's great. On milfy.com, they do like a little clip, and they're like, who is it? And it's kind of blacked out, but you can see someone move, and they're like, oh, it's Tanya Tate, it's Tanya Tate. So some of them guessed that it was me. But it was so great. And I always think about synchronicities and the way that things work out in life. And when I sat down and reflected back on the night of the meal, like you couldn't have set it up that we're going to be with two different companies, eating dinner at the same place, being able to talk, being able to do promo, being able to do something to kind of help push the scene. And I said to myself, one word, synchronicities. And sometimes when you're hoping for things and you're wishing for things and you're planning for things and you're asking for things and you are making things happen, synchronicities appear. And I love it when I get the feeling, I'm like, that's a synchronicity. That's like, that one was definitely meant to be. So that gave me a really good feeling about the scene for Melfi. And when it was released, I did a AMA on their site where it was Ask Me Anything. And I was, chatting to the nice fans that were on Melfi.com. So I was answering some of the questions. And I have to say, because there was fans that asking, we go back to the where fans push and push and push for things that they want to see. And of course, there was a lot of things thrown in the hat, things. And I'm like, well, you know what? I'm reading all of them. And I'm going to leave you with this little tidbit. Never say never. That's all I'm going to say. So this is a birthday episode. This is a birthday episode. I'm just talking. I want to just get you caught up on everything. So yes, this is my birthday. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. So birthday celebration. I celebrated by doing an OnlyFans live show with one of my MILF friends. We live local to each other. We go to the gym with each other. She's beautiful. She's got a lovely body. And she is called Elizabeth Schuyler. So it was great. We did it OnlyFans live for both of our fans. We streamed it on both of our cameras. And that was great. That was the intro to my birthday. That was a great celebration, a great way to celebrate. I also did a spa day, and then dinner. So I have to say, I'm gonna give some shout outs here. Thank you to everyone that come and joined us on the OnlyFans live show, because by joining us and supporting us financially, that really, really helped. And it was just lovely to see you all there. And of course, those that were spoiling me got spoiled back. They got a copy of the live. It was great to watch it live and watch it back again. And then the spa day and dinner. I want to give a shout out to Kev. Thank you, Kev. My spa day was fabulous. What an amazing Valentine's Day and birthday present. It was absolutely amazing. And of course, the dinner. Kev gave us a little, wasn't little, it was a nice generous tip for me and Liz to have dinner together. So I want to give a big shout out to Kev, because you did want to spoil us. You did spoil us when we were in Vegas. Me and Liz were going to go to dinner in Vegas, and it turns out our schedules didn't match up because it was just super, super busy. But you know what? We saved it. So we did it on my birthday. And thank you to Dave as well. Dave sent us a spoil for some drinks. So that was lovely. So that was a lovely birthday dinner that I had, early birthday. I also did a live stream last week where I was opening some gifts and had some beautiful presents. I have to say I'm forever blessed and grateful to have you as such amazing performers. It is so nice. And I do have, another live stream. We're not just going to do live stream once. We've got another live stream coming up. I'll be doing that on Instagram, on YouTube. Of course, you can go back and see some of my past live streams on there, where I'm going to be opening gifts. So if you do ever send me a gift, make sure you put your name in it, so I know who it's from. Sometimes we get gifts and I'm like, either I know who it's coming from or they don't put their name in and I'm like, I don't know who this is from, scratching my head. But yeah, it's my birthday, and I'll just tell you because I know you're all dying to know. I'm 21 again, right? I'm at that age. But I've got to say, I feel very blessed that I do not look my age. Okay, let's just say, I'm in my 40s and I'm in the top half of my 40s. But like when you see people are like, oh, you're in your 30s. I'm like, yes, I will take that. I will take being past them for being in my 30s. I always think to myself, how did I get to still look like I'm in my 30s? Okay, genes. Yeah, genes do help. But you can change genes as well. You don't have to be kind of stuck thinking, oh, these are my genes. This is where I'm going to look. You can change it. You can change the way that you look. Okay, some of the things. Diet. What you put into your body is what you get out of your body. I'd say 80% of the way I look is diet. Very, very clean and lots of water as I say that. Lots of water. Diet and water, clean eating. For me, what works for me is dairy-free, gluten-free, mainly vegan, mainly organic. I don't eat the granulated sugar. All my sugar comes from natural fruits. Also, getting enough exercise, getting the right type of exercise, getting enough sleep, meditation, mind space, taking a bath with Epsom salt. So amazing. Just stretching. There's so many things, but we all have our own plan. I do have a good doctor. I do have Botox and I have had things like laser and PRP. So I do admit I do have some treatments as well to help keep a youthful look. But it's a whole process. But this is still my face. This is still my nose, my cheeks. Everything's mine. Well, everything there's mine. I did have breast augmentation, so I guess that one doesn't count. But yeah, working on my mind, my physical body, and changing the way that I think. For me, that with this podcast, I felt like I was very overwhelmed and I was doing a lot of things. And I said, you know what? We're gonna take a little break and we're gonna come back for the next season. And it gave me time to do the extra things. I also had a trip actually to Canada when I did the podcast. Does anyone remember watching me on the podcast? A very serious podcast. That was great. That was for part of the ManyVids team. So that was great. So being able to give you the space to do these extra things without being so overwhelmed, like running around after my tail. But I have my blood taken every 3 months because I was, back in 2020, I was then diagnosed with chronic Lyme disease, reactivated Epstein-Barr virus, whole load of other co-infections, which was all to do with the immune system. And so I've been working on my body, working on my mind, working on my well-being. And I got some great news. Is the last time that I went and had my blood work done, they take an inflammatory marker. So there's something that'll tell you, where you are, the levels in your body where they're inflamed. And the last time I had it done, it was like 1,666. There's a range, and that's right at the top. It's right at the top, which means it's high. Your body's inflamed. When it came back last time, it was under the range. I was like, wow. Yes. So it was amazing to see that my inflammation in my body had really reduced, and that is exactly what I've been working on. I've been doing deep inner work, but that's something that I'm gonna share later. That's going to be a whole podcast in itself. But there are so many exciting new things on the horizon for the podcast. So we've got relaunch, new content on the way. So stay tuned for updates and announcements. So some of my upcoming guests that I have, we've got Liz Schuyler, of course. My gym buddy, my dinner friend, my OnlyFans Live co-star. She was a housewife who transitioned into camming and eventually flourished into a successful content creator and mainstream performer and earning some nominations for her work. So she's going to be coming up. We have Sarah St. Clair, who's a performer and acclaimed author, and she's behind the award-winning, she's behind the award-nominated debut book, it should have won, titled Romance Costs Extra. And also Valentina Fox, she's a prominent figure in the realms of financial domination and fetish modeling, whose groundbreaking series has quickly surpassed all prior best-selling content. So I'm excited to get to interview them. So tell me, who would you like to invite as a guest on an upcoming episode? Like, what specific topics do you want them to discuss? And if you believe that you have the ability to inspire and educate, please share why you would be an excellent guest. You can email your pitch to Alexander at monsterpr.com. He's accepting pitches and he's also accepting sponsorship. So if you are a company and you want to sponsor, you can reach out and you'll be able to assist you. So let me know, what format changes or enhancement would you like to see on the show? And are there any new elements that you'd like to introduce, improvements you suggest, or aspects of the show that you already enjoy and want to keep? Are you a performer, creator, or company in the adult entertainment industry looking to boost your visibility and reach? Then look no further than Star Factory PR. Star Factory PR is the go-to agency for all your publicity needs in the adult entertainment world. With 2 decades of experience and a track record of success, they specialize in elevating your brand and maximizing your exposure. So whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, Star Factory PR offers tailored solutions to help you stand out in this competitive industry. From strategic media campaigns to social media management and brand development, Star Factory PR has the expertise to take your career or business to the next level. So don't miss out on the opportunity to work with the best in the business. Visit their website at starfactorypr.com to learn more and take the first steps towards success. Remember, your success is their priority. Contact Star Factory PR today and let them help you shine bright in the world of adult entertainment. So thank you all for joining me on Tanya Tate Presents Skinfluencer Success podcast. Feel free to share your feedback or ask questions related to the podcast using the hashtag #AskTanyaTate. You can reach out to me by commenting on my latest posts on Patreon, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. And additionally, you can leave me a voice note on my SpeakPipe at speakpipe.com/Tanya Tate, and you might even be featured on a future episode. So let's take a moment to listen to some of my favorite voice note messages of this episode. And this one, I did do a special shout out. Seeing that it is my birthday, I give a shout out to the fans to say, hey, do any of you want to do a voice note to wish me happy birthday? So let's go ahead and I'm going to listen to these. So thank you every single one of you, because this is going to be great. So I got to open the link and got to play them. Right, here we go.
Hiya, birthday girl. Just want to say happy birthday. Hope you have a lovely day and hope you've had a great month celebrating. Have fun, laugh, make memories and smile. Keep sparkling. Bye. Love ya. Love, Nick.
That was lovely. Thank you, Nick. Nick wished me a happy birthday. And I love that. She keeps saying, keep smiling, keep sparkling. Thank you, Nick. That was so lovely. Thank you for being one of our loyal fans. So let's see who else. I'm just going to be going through them and letting you listen. I should have announced who they are. This one is from Dave Collins. So let's take a listen to what Dave Collins says.
Hey Tanya, it's Dave. Just want to wish you a very happy birthday. So happy birthday. Have a lovely day. Yay, another happy birthday. So happy birthday. Woo! Yeah. Love you always. Happy happy birthday
Happy birthday.
to you.
Oh my goodness, that was so cute. Thank you, Dave. I love that. It was like, happy birthday and another happy birthday. Thank you. That was great. I love it. I like that. I got a little happy birthday song. So this is amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see who's coming up next. If you're sitting there and you're like, oh my God, I should have sent her one, you can still send me something on my SpeakPipe, speakpipe.com/Tanya Tate. So we're going to listen to someone else. This is from Nathan.
Hi Tanya, just want to say that I'm a big fan of your work and I just want to wish you a happy birthday and hope all the best for you.
Thank you, Nathan. Thank you for being a big fan of my work and thank you for the birthday wishes. That was so nice. Let's see who else do we have. I love this. We are going right through them all. Okay, so this is from Rick. So let's take a listen to what Rick is saying.
Hi, Tanya. It's your friend Rick here to, first of all, wish you a happy birthday. It's really enjoyable getting to spend birthday time with you because you really have a lot of fun celebrating your birthday. It's really nice and very, it's sweet things going on that you've got. You've got a lot of very nice friends to celebrate with, and it's really nice. My birthdays are usually, I'm a year older and maybe not so great, but yours are really a lot of fun, and I'm enjoying it very much. And I also want to wish you the best on your podcasts. They're always very interesting for me. Probably haven't seen all of them, or listened to all of them, but I've listened to quite a few. They're always very interesting, informative. You always know what people want to hear and what's interesting for people. And you're very knowledgeable about that and very good at doing podcasts. I really enjoy them a lot. So happy birthday again, Tanya. All the best to you. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you, Rick. That was amazing. I love it. Thank you. I really appreciate you. And that was really good feedback for me. Birthday wishes, happy birthday. And, I love hearing the feedback that you appreciate the podcasts. You've watched nearly all of them, but you know what? There's still a few more that you can go back. There's so many. There's season 1, there's season 2. You can go back, you can watch, you can listen. They're on all of the major podcast platforms. And of course, they're on YouTube as well. So you can go back and listen to them or watch them. So it's great. And I love that you're saying they're very informative. And I ask what you want to know. That's a really good point. Thank you, Rick. Let's see. We have another one. Oh, you know what? I think I have some more, but I didn't open them. We're going to be doing live dropping because there are some more. I remembered that we've got some more there. I just seen them pop up on my emails. So you know what? Let's go and see. I'm literally gonna be listening to these right now. We are gonna be pulling them down from online. I don't know who sent them or who's what. So let's see. Let's see. I'm just gonna play. This one says it's from Darian.
Hi, yes, Tanya Tate. My name is Darian Brown. I want to wish you a happy early birthday and to wish you the best of luck with your career and I wanted also to say hi to your son Ozzy.
Thank you, Darian. That was hard because I don't know whether his connection, it would be loud and then quiet and then loud and then quiet. But Darian, you know what? We can kind of figure out what you're saying. He's saying happy birthday and say hi to his son Ozzy. Thank you, Darian. That was very nice of you to call in. So let's see who is next. This is from, oh, I can't say the name. Hopefully they'll say it when I play it.
Happy birthday, Tanya Tate. May you have a great birthday and you celebrate it to the fullest. And once again, you are the OG MILF. And I hope you come back for more and more scenes. And once again, a very happy birthday.
Thank you. He didn't say his name, but I think his name's, I'm going to call him Prio because it's just easier to say that. So thank you for the happy birthday wishes. And look at that. He hopes I come back for more scenes. Well, of course, I am doing scenes all the time, collaborations, but I think he's referencing the mainstream scenes. So let's see. Like I say, those words, never say never. Let's see what happens. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Let's see who's next. This is from David.
I want to wish Tanya the happiest of birthdays because she's flying a flag in another country for the greatest city in the world. Always smiling, always beautiful, always welcoming, never changes, and she's just fantastic. She is absolutely bossing it. She'll have a boss day, and keep it going, girl.
Yes. Thank you, David. Oh, I'm flying the flag for the greatest city in the world. Is right, lad. Is right. I'm from Liverpool. David's a Scouser because that's what we Scousers talk like. Mine's gone a little bit softer because if I started talking like that when I lived over here, no one would really understand what I'm saying. Like, so I have to like calm it down a bit. But yeah, I love Liverpool. My heart will always be in Liverpool. I love that he says, as he's saying it, he says, you're always smiling. I'm like, yes, I'm already smiling before he says it. He says, always beautiful and never changing. You know what? That's a really good point. Since I started, let's see. Yeah, you know what? Since I started, in the industry in 2008, I still feel that I'm really the same person. I keep my feet on the ground and I treat people the way I wish to be treated. And you know what? That's a sign of I've read something the other day on Mel Robbins' page, and she's basically saying when people are ugly to you and mean, look, and then the way that you react to them, it tells a lot about you and it tells a lot about them. So if someone's ugly and mean and you're ugly and mean back to them, that's how you both feel inside. If someone's ugly and mean and you're like, not going to affect me, I'm just going to brush it off, maybe even show some kindness or understanding, or, when people are really mean to me, I think to myself, well, I feel sorry for you, because you're living a really bad life that you have to be so horrible and so mean and nasty to people because that makes you feel better inside and because you're throwing out how you feel inside. And it's so true, never change. I try. It's not an easy job, and there's a lot that you have to put into this. And sometimes I get tired. Yeah, I get tired and I get overwhelmed, but you know what? I'm still me and I still want to be me. So thank you. Thank you. Let's see who is next wishing me a happy birthday. This is Jay.
Good morning, Tanya. Happy birthday. Wishing you a great and happy birthday. You're an amazing, beautiful woman and mother, and wishing you nothing but the best.
Thank you, Jay. Wishing me a very happy birthday and amazing mum as well. And wish me nothing but the best. Thank you. I appreciate you very much. Thank you so much. Let's see who's going to be next. Cameron Asman. Let's give this a go.
Good morning, Tanya Tate. This is Kamal Asman from Malaysia. A very good morning to you. I wish you a happy birthday. May God bless you and give you prosperity and good health. Bye.
Thank you so much. Kamal Asman from Malaysia. Wow, I love it that you are worldwide. We've got people from England, we've got people from America. There are some other accents worldwide that I've just listened to, that we've just listened to. I just don't know where the other accents are from, and I'm not going to try and second guess because I'll say it wrong and that'll be so rude of me. But Cameron Asman, I know he's from Malaysia. I remember because he comes on when we do a lot of the live streams on YouTube. Something called super chats, and he'll send a super chat. It tells you if it comes in US dollars, it comes in Great Britain pounds. And I had to figure out, I'm like, well, wait, what currency is yours in? And then we realized it was the Malaysian currency. So it's great. I love it that this is worldwide. You can watch me anywhere that you want. And because it's a podcast, it's available on all of the podcast platforms. You can listen to me in countries where sometimes, adult entertainment might be blocked. This is entertainment, but it's not specifically adult entertainment, which is why I love it that I can get across to more of you. So thank you. We got another one to listen to. Here's Steve.
Best of wishes, Tanya. Happy birthday.
I really smacked myself in the head. Thank you, Steve. Birthday wishes, happy birthday. That's great. Thank you so much. And I think actually I think I've almost got them all. I've got one more to go. Let's see who's the last one that I caught. Just so you know, if you are listening to this and you're like, damn, I wish I sent her a message. If you want to send a belated birthday message, you can do. I'll play them all on the next episode, or the episode after that, or the episode after that, whichever it is. I will play them. We'll get them in. It might be a few months time. But yeah, I save all of the SpeakPipe voice notes that I get in, and each episode I'll choose a couple, 2 or 3 maybe to put in. We're having an extra long one, so okay, let's do this. This is Kevin Smith. Okay, I gotta tell you before I start this, Kevin Smith attended many of the conventions in Chicago, the Exotica conventions, and he would come and see me, and he would be dressed up in different superhero costumes. And this one time he brought his boombox and his mic, and he serenaded me on the booth, and it was amazing. And it was one of those unforgettable experiences. Like, I laughed, it was great. So, okay, Kevin, I'm ready for my birthday message.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tanya. Happy birthday to you. Yo, Tanya Tate. This is the Velvet Teddy Bear, Kevin Smith, wishing you a happy birthday, my white chocolate queen.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Kevin Smith. That was the birthday serenade I was waiting for. I knew you wouldn't let me down. So thank you so much. You know what? You are all amazing. Thank you. Thank you if you sent me a voice note. Thank you. Not everyone is able to get on and give me a birthday message. Not everybody is okay doing that. But you know what? Thank you all if you wish me a happy birthday on social media, if you sent me a gift, if you sent me a card. And I am going to be opening birthday gifts on the live stream coming up on YouTube and Instagram. So keep your eyes out for that. This is great. Thank you all for your show of appreciation by leaving a SpeakPipe voice note. And if you want to leave me one, speakpipe.com/Tanya Tate. We'll have some more coming up in the future episodes. And if you are listening to this podcast on Apple, Amazon, Audible, and are inspired by any of the words you hear, please be sure to give me a written review and 5 stars. So I really appreciate all of the ongoing support. Thank you all. And if you are interested in reaching out to me for a chat, phone or video call, you can find me on my premium social media platforms, minx.co/Tanya Tate, onlyfans.com/Tanya Tate. Let's connect one-on-one over there. And you can stay up tuned and updated by following me on Twitter, Patreon at Tanya Tate, TikTok and YouTube at Tanya Tate Tube, Instagram at Tanya Tate Create. And for all of my official links, including my premium social media or my podcast, you can visit my Linktree. Just search Linktree followed by my name, Tanya Tate, all one word. And remember, if it's not on Linktree, it's not me. You can tune into the Skinfluencer Success podcast on skinfluencersuccess.com and all of the major podcast platforms, YouTube and OnlyFans. And you can get early access by watching it on patreon.com/Tanya Tate. Patreon members have had the exclusive privilege of seeing me unveil this episode's guests in advance and also include exclusive clips not included in the final video. We've had some BTS on this today. This was the first doing the video, and I'm like, a couple of little moments which will be like cut out of the final one. But yeah, on Patreon, each tier comes with its own unique benefits. And I want to give a special shout out of appreciation to Rick and Nicola Ward, who are members of the Level Up tier. So thank you both for your unwavering support. And in this episode, our superfan sponsor from Patreon is Jonathan. So a big shout out of gratitude to Jonathan for sponsoring us. So you too can support this podcast by signing up on my Patreon at Tanya Tate. This is Tanya Tate, and you've been tuned into Skinfluencer Success. If I've managed to bring a smile to your face and fill you with joy, then I know I'm living my life's purpose. Now go out into the world and spread that love. Thank you all.
This is Tanya Tate. Skinfluencer Success. Visualize your success. Build your brand.